It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Hello, model citizens. Welcome to Junction. Tonight on Trains and Tech, we are going to finally get to the two boxes that I've had sitting next to me for the last 3 weeks. Instead of opening those boxes, we have been talking about Operations Weekend, specifically the one that I went to in Minneapolis, Minnesota, called Minrail. I am going to operate again this weekend. I love operating. I try and get out at least once a weekend, but sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't happen. This weekend, though, I get 2 op sessions, so I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about one, maybe we won't. I keep threatening to record an op session and edit it, but, you know, that gets into the whole editing. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see, but I do have 2 boxes. Before we get to that, though, I still haven't done any work down there. I've gotten a little bit further. I kind of cut things out over there on the, kind of cut things out over there so that things fit a little bit better. But I still haven't gotten started. I cleared most of the stuff out of here. I disconnected this building so I can get that out of here. But I still have all these locomotives sitting here that I've got to put somewhere, and I'm kind of running out of room to put them. So I got to figure that out because I don't want to be cutting metal and getting it all over my locomotives. I did see, Alan, I did see that you were streaming today at 8 o'clock. I didn't know that was a regular thing you did. For those that have not seen it yet, I am going to change to 8 o'clock. The 9 o'clock spot's been great, but I got to make a change, just like everything in life, you know, got to change up the tracks, got to, you know, things change, things move on, stuff happens. So yes, my plan is to go and start my stream at 8 o'clock technically probably 7:59, and go from there. I'll try and make sure everybody stays notified, but who knows? We may have nobody on the stream next week because everyone will forget. So I kind of expect that, but that's kind of the way things go sometimes. So I got the question here, I guess, is I got two boxes. I got this little one and I've got this big one. Which one should we open first? Obviously, we have to pick one or the other. We can't do both at the same time. Just, I guess, a little preview. This big one came from Iron Planet Hobbies. If you didn't know, Iron Planet Hobbies has been supporting my channel for a long time. If you want to buy something from them, use the code HUMAN, get a 10% discount. So this is some new items that they are carrying. So that is one option. The other option is this little small box here that says Fragile on it. Thank you. This comes from another modeler, and this one's kind of interesting as well. So yeah, so we got two options, the big one or the little one. I'll just step aside for a second. I'll let you guys discuss which one you guys want me to open, and I don't know, I'll drink this water while you guys are talking. And so just, talk amongst yourselves, duke it out, figure out which one you want me to open, and then I'll open it. So let me know when you guys decide. I'll be right here waiting. I've always kind of wanted to do a live stream where all I do is, like, just sort of like stare at the camera and not like say anything or not really do anything, and just kind of like, like experimental theater-esque, I guess, just kind of, wonder if I broke this. So unfortunately, I dropped this little guy the other day, and the good news is the one coupler's still on, but it knocked the other coupler off. So I guess that saved me from figuring out how to get the couplers off. Now I just need to actually put the couplers back on it and get it put back together. But this is something I gotta work on. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. Something, like a John Cage-esque type of performance. Something along those lines. I think I'm actually gonna open the small one first because there might be something in here to put together. And you know how things can be sometimes when I try and put things together. They don't always go as I would like. So this one should be a quick unboxing, a lickety-split unboxing, unboxing that takes almost no time at all. Just in and out, up and down, backwards, forwards. So this box has a little bit of a story. I'm hoping that that there are some people here that can actually tell the story, because I don't know that I understand the whole story. But there is a story behind it, and basically the way it goes, I guess it's kind of a railroad conglomerate. 3 freelance railroads got together and had a baby, I guess. Kind of. This is one of the elements of one of those 3 railroads, and now I'm looking. Okay, I did find here. We'll just give it away now, right? I mean, we don't need to drag this out. This is one of the railroads right here. This guy. The other railroad is over here on my back shelf. The other railroad is this guy here. So who can guess what railroad's in this box? And if you know the answer, you know, maybe don't guess, but, you know, we got this railroad, we got this railroad, and then what's the third one? Any guesses? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Any guesses? Ed's got it. Look at Ed coming in quick. Ed's been paying attention, apparently. Well, either Ed's been paying attention or he has way too much time to spend on the old Facebook. I don't know. Ed, you decide whether you're paying attention or whether you're just spending too much time on Facebook. You can kind of make out the logo there. I guess we can zoom in a little too, right? Might actually be able to see something. Here are the parts of the coupler that I gotta figure out and put back together over there. So that's a thing I've got to work on. But yeah, let's try and take this all apart without destroying things. Here's the sticker to add to the sticker collection. And of course, we've got to get the car out as well. When I talked to the owner of this railroad, I discussed what would be fun to have on the layout, and I thought since I already had this little 2-bay hopper there, I thought it might be fun to have another one. Yeah, I don't see him here. I don't see him here as well right now. Although we were chatting before the stream started. I do know that some people were having YouTube issues where YouTube was not allowing people to play videos or access YouTube or something, but definitely did seem to be coming back online. Oh, look at that. Well, I don't know if you can make that out. You see that little label there? That's a little custom printed label for this guy. But to match that 2-bay hopper, of course, you got to have yourself a little Salt Lake 2-bay hopper. So that's that other little 2-bay hopper to go with that. Nice and white. I guess it's not white. It's kind of an off-white. But this is STCY 400. Of course, now what I need to do, though, is I gotta convince Paul Stamp. I gotta I don't know, maybe like crowdsource, like if I send like everybody over to his Monday night stream, I need everyone to go over there and say, hey Paul, why is your car so long and everybody else's car so short? I don't know, maybe it's just a size thing with Paul. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's normally a prototypical guy, and when he freelances, maybe he just gets a little overexcited. I don't know, but you know, I mean, yeah, I think there is definitely a little overcompensation here because these two guys, you know, they don't seem to have that issue. But is that, what did he say? Is that 40 foot? No, these are, I believe these are 36 or something ish, maybe 38, and this is, I think, a 60 footer. I guess what I could do is if I went on eBay and I purchased myself one of those car measuring toolies. This thing theoretically down here on the bottom has the car length on it. So if we, let's see, if we put this here, we put Paul's overcompensating car on here. Let's try not to completely knock it on the floor. Line the car up with the beginning, and this looks like it is 54 feet. Yep, 54 feet for that guy. And let's see what these little shorties are. Let's see what the non-compensating model railroaders have. These look like they're 34s. According to Adam's calculator, definitely not a sponsored item. This is, if you don't know, this is from Adam Cruz. He's got I think an eBay store and an Etsy store. Basically, the intention of it really is that it gives you the car weight. So if you want to, weigh the car, you can just put the car on there, line it up at the beginning, and then you can see at the end here, it's, this car should weigh 1 ounce. You put a longer car on and it'll tell you, this car should weigh, a little over 1.2. So that's what this is technically for. But he's also carved, laser engraved, laser cut, an inch scale, a centimeter scale, and the end scale scaled dimensions on it as well. So I got the one with the slots in it. I like the one with the slots in it. I like having the car be able to, fit in the grooves. But, that's the way to do it. Oh, Adam says email him to avoid shop fees. He did not offer me that deal. So, you'll get a better deal than I got. Adam's in the Rocky Mountain area, so he goes to the Rocky Mountain Train Show, and I'm sure some of the other events around that area as well. But thank you. This is Joey from Late Night Hobbies. Is the Salt Lake car? Widen this out. Joey from Late Night Hobbies. This is John Farrington, John 2618 from the Somerset and Raritan, and this is from Paul Stamp, the overcompensating Finger Lakes Railroad channel guy. So he streams on Monday nights. I haven't seen him in a little while. I think he's probably buried in work. And Joey's got some incredible content out there, and check that out. Oh, you pay the fees. Oh, well, if you want, I'll return it. I'm just kidding. I guess the thing to do now is we're 18 minutes in, and we've already got one box open, so there's that. Yeah, it is a groovy tool. It has grooves in it, but yeah, I like it. Steve87 is ignoring you. Maybe. You were impatient. If you'd waited, I had one to send you. Oh, well, yeah. I was weighing my cars. Yeah, I know. The fees cut into your profits. Maybe I should buy some more and do a giveaway of them sometime or something like that. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Yes, I do. He came out with black ones where the surface of it is black and the letters are white, and it just this is pretty easy to read, but imagine this in black and white. That's pretty cool, right? Should give away some SRCA decals. Are they going to be in N scale, or are they going to be in HO scale? James says he's been here for 6 months already. Joey missed the box opening. Should we go back and do it again for everybody? Just because I enjoy giving Paul Stamp a hard time, and just so Joey can see it. We've got Joey's car, we've got John's car, and we've got overcompensating Paul. So we'll slide those back over this way. And we're going to get to, if I clear off this shelf a little bit here. This shelf, I just called it a shelf. It's obviously a chair. I've got my water still. I need to stay. I've been going to the gym. I'm trying to get in shape. And you know, when you work out and stuff, you got to drink your water. Stay, you know, fluid. Anyway, I still got too much stuff on here. Too many things. Paul, one of these items that's in this box is what I was talking to you about. I don't know that we're going to put that one together tonight, but it will be in here so we can take a little bit of looking at it. Dennis says, when you start the track modifications, how long will it take? The track work itself probably will take me an hour. The rewiring to get all of the rewiring to work, to reprogram the iPads, and to get everything running smoothly again. With the problem is I'm moving one block to a different location, and I mean, it's not really a problem. I just need to do it. I just need to get in there and do it. Let's see if I go over here. Right, so the block that is back here it needs to move to here. This block that's here basically can just get extended. So that's not like, that's kind of easy-ish. This block basically stays where it is, but because I'm adding this turnout here, I just need to make sure I get it all, isolated properly and everything. But I mean, the only thing that's really changing is this track here, this pink track here, and this is just extending. Like right now, this ends back here. This ends basically here, and we're just extending that down. So it shouldn't be that hard. The hardest part is what I'm dealing with up here. And that's kind of the problem. The blocks are working exactly as I want them to. The block detection's working great. The panels are looking great. I do need to get resistor wheel sets on everything, which is another thing that I'm kind of, yeah, so I glued down the tracks. I used PVA glue, and I'm very glad now that I did. A lot of people said, don't use PVA glue. PVA glue can't hold your track down. Well, it's been holding my track down really well. And to take it up, all I have to do is spray it with some water. It'll get a little bit, gummy, and I just sort of scrape up the old glue, and we'll move the tracks around and put the new glue down. The hardest thing for me though is like the track is working, right? I mean, like, it's working well. I kind of hate the idea of cutting into something that's working. But we'll get there. What was the oh, not this one. I meant this one. What do you say I'm BSing about? That it'll only take me an hour to move the track? Is that what I'm BSing about? Now I don't I've been yammering for so long, I don't even know what I said that you guys are. Oh, that PVA won't work. People told me it wouldn't work. I always believed in the PVA. I had my mind made up that I was gonna use PVA, and everybody said, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. What is going on there? I don't know why that's at that angle. That's an odd angle. Anyway, this is something I'm working on right here. These are some ties that I'm laying in. The idea is that this was an abandoned turnout. This yard used to be bigger, so this used to be a turnout here that connected it up to this track, basically kept the yard ladder going. One thing that I learned when I posted some pictures is that this would be considered a tripping hazard, so they would have like pulled the rails and pulled the ties and stuff out. I decided I still wanted to leave it, that it would still kind of be a nice element, but what I did was I put clay in between all the ties to basically flatten it out. So once I gravel it and level everything out, it'll no longer be a tripping hazard. I think it'll be just a nice little difference, little something different. I don't know. You know what I'm saying. That area is right here, by the way, that I just showed. I've proven that matte medium will hold tight enough. Yeah, I mean, yeah. He says he likes to work back. He says he likes the backstage work, but he's attracted. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe. We were all here. We know how long ago you said you were going to do the resistor wheel sets. Yeah, I know. It was a long time ago. Tie staple. Yeah, the humidity is an interesting thing. I have air conditioner there. I have dehumidifiers in the room. Because we're coming into winter, I am going to be getting the humidifiers out to keep the humidity up. Right now the humidity is at 39% in here. That's probably a pretty good humidity. But yeah, I try and keep the humidity exactly the same. Also, I may have told you this. I told you to paint everything. You got to seal your wood, both sides, top and bottom. I think you have to paint it. Anthony Dodge, MTO, says, I've seen a few folks say don't use PVA. Yeah, I mean, RTD had a dead Y that was still connected to the yard lead. Only thing they did was put a lock on the switch stand. Yeah, I do want to have like some tufts of grass and some, places that kind of look like they haven't been trodden. Riverside Transfer 1.0, I spiked all the track. And the problem with spiking N-scale track is that the spikes look huge. I was just using the regular track nails, nothing like, special. And the track nails are basically, quote, N-scale, HO scale gauge nails. So they're big. So this time around, I decided I would glue everything instead. Gluing is definitely slower than nailing it, because when you nail it and go. When you glue it, you have to put something on it and wait for the glue to dry. Joey says, my layout uses spikes, but it's a temp layout into the next house, but given the housing market, this might be more permanent. Yeah, I hear you there. 59% in Denver. That's crazy. Dennis says 13% in the winter, 35% in the summer. Dennis, my recommendation to you, you got to get a humidifier in there and keep that 13% up. If the wood keeps contracting and expanding, you're going to keep having rail issues, but that's just my experience. Rusty, living down in the bayou, says it's 85 down there. That's pretty crazy. I am glad it never gets up to 85 around here, because I wouldn't like it. So I don't know if anybody remembers, we've got a box. Why don't we try and get started? As I mentioned earlier, this box is from Iron Planet Hobbies. Iron Planet Hobbies does support the channel. I'd appreciate it if you would support them and check them out. I'll show their website in a second after we get this open. I'll just sort of show a little bit, I guess, of what else they have in there. This is just obviously a small sample of items. Yeah, I don't don't know where I heard this, but I heard 43% is like, quote, like normal. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, in the winter, when I'm not paying attention, it'll drop down. And because I have the rubber floors, you turn into the ground. So anytime you touch the layout, you get shocked like crazy. So yeah, I try and keep it at least above 30, if not higher in the winter. One, to keep the wood stable, but also just so I don't shock the crud out of me. Dennis says, that's my concern. I'm only here on the weekends. Yeah, that's tough. My recommendation is get a humidifier and a dehumidifier, I guess, with a large, large capacity thing. Some humidifiers too, like you could use a separate bucket or something to fill it up. So yeah, Oh, that's good news, James. Why is everybody getting older? I was just at the ear doctor today because I've got something going on with my ears, and I don't know, like I'm going to the gym because my back hurts. Like, it's just tough. Do they make them that can go over a week at a time? I don't know. We'd have to do a little research on that. A bouquet of flowers every week might work, maybe. Get somebody to refill it for you while you're out. Yeah, layouts inside homes definitely help. The gym is the reason your back hurts. No, it's actually helping. Yeah, parts they wear out. It's not good. And it's not just the body that seems to wear out too. It's like my brain stops working sometimes as well. Like the word is like on the tip of my tongue and I just can't remember what the word is, and it's like right there sometimes, oh, just stepped on something. Yeah, so just stop. Everyone that's falling apart, just stop. Just stop it. Does everybody remember the Bob Newhart video? Stop it. If you've never seen it, take a note, write it down. Write down Bob Newhart, stop it, and go watch that video. It's very funny. Dragon Ball says he needs a vacation. Heath is getting CRS. I don't even know what CRS means. Adam says, I just had 2 parts placed with titanium. It's my wife's birthday. Happy birthday, Gail. Why are you watching me if it's your wife's birthday? Why? James says it's his birthday next week, says presents. There went the bot. Yeah, I know. Otter just Googled and found some humidifiers with waterline hookups. Not dirt cheap. Well, Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, JD. Yeah, I got that. Okay. Dennis, are we going to have this conversation again? Dennis says no water in the train room. Dennis for months was saying, there's no internet in the train room. I can't run a wire out to the train room. There's no internet in the train room. Dennis, do you have internet in the train room now connected via a wire? The answer is yes. If you can run a wire to run internet, you can run a hose to get water. Come on, Dennis. Don't make me come out there to Oklahoma. Because I'll do it. I warn you, I'll do it. I'm not running water to the train room. You're going to run water to the train room one way or another, whether it's you carrying it in buckets or whether it's in a hose. Yeah, no, this is not true at all. There are many people. No. He'll run your layout and derail your equipment. I'm a little scared actually. Like I really do want to get out to Oklahoma. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Go visit Steve Childers and Dennis, and I think like Arkansas is probably not too far away either, and go down there and see Jason. But Dennis's layout kind of scares me. When you watch his videos, he'll run these steam locomotives on these splines that are like an inch and a half wide or something, and it like they're probably like $500 steam locomotives running on this little tiny thing, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right, looks like we got a box inside a box. Looks like we got some paper. First item that I see on top of the box. This is the item that I suggested. Oh no, this isn't that item. This is a different item. The first item inside the box. So this item here actually has to do with, oh, thank you, James. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Yeah, that's my concern with inviting strangers. You know, am I really a stranger though? Like, you know? So this first item I actually got because it has to do with all these locomotives down there. And this is the item that I'm going to probably, if we have time, if people stop distracting me, this is the item that we're going to put together. So what this is this is an end gauge. It says end gauge. It's from the UK. It's an MDF storage box. So basically it's a laser cut storage box for locomotives. So all the locomotives that are way down there, instead of just like moving them around the layout 600 times, I am going to build this and put them in this so that I don't need to move them around the layout 600 times. And I guess the big news that I've kind of mentioned, haven't really mentioned it before, but Iron Planet Hobbies is now a WW Scenics. I forget what WW stands for. But WW Scenics distributor, right? So if you go to their website now and scroll down, they've got all their static grasses and ground foams and all the different stuff. The what are they called? The static grass applicators, all that stuff. You can use the discount code for it. But yeah, they have the realistic tree kits. I know sometimes the Scenic Express trees that everyone loves so much are very difficult to get. But here they've got realistic tree making kits. They have a spring version, a summer version, an autumn version, and a winter version. I don't know if you see right here, but they actually have static snow fiber. So they have some winter stuff as well. All kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of neat. Check it out. But here's this item. Here's this little box. They don't seem to have anything in stock, but you can get yourself on the wait list. Yes. Yes. If they're all in one box, I will drop them all together. Yeah, stranger danger. Exactly. I do have a history of destroying things. I mean, do I really have a history of destroying things, or do I really just have a history of people thinking I'm going to destroy things? Why is Ray in Texas? That's what I want to know. What brought Ray all the way down to Texas? But yeah, nobody models winter, right? They actually have somewhere I saw they have a whole bunch of winter stuff. Here it is. Static snow, 0.5 millimeter fibers, 100 grams, 50 grams, different size things. Yeah, people don't, I think it's interesting that people don't really model winter. So here it is. Here's the Excuse me as I catch and drop things. Here's the Autumn Realistic kit. I definitely need to make some trees on this layout. I don't know how many trees I'm gonna make. I guess it's in another box. We'll keep that boxed. We'll keep that boxed for another day, because I know already if I open this up, it will be nothing but problems. Yeah, I did, but it just kind of like bounced and fell apart, and then I put it together again. Yeah, that's what I thought. War World Scenics. I believe they started primarily as a as like a terrain whatever company, gaming company. Isn't there a model train vendor in Texas? There's probably at least one. I want to look into cassettes, the whole trains. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting little box. If we look on the website here, let's see if we zoom in. I think we move it maybe. Well, you can kind of see they've got little like dividers so that you can set the here. This shows it here. Does this show it better? This kind of shows it, where it's got these little like divider things so you can make them, it's the same length drawer, but then you can make them hold different locomotives. Yeah, it's snow grass. It's 0.5 millimeter snow grass. Take a trip to Central Park. That is true. I have, for those of you that don't know, I live right next to Riverside Park. So I actually, if I open my drape over there that's against the wall that's closed, if I open that, there is trees right outside that window. So I can look at trees anytime I want to look at trees. I do want to open this. I figure we got 20 minutes. I gotta get moving on this, right? So I gotta put it together at some point. So why not start now? I love that it says engage on everything. I think that's kind of funny. But let's start digging into this. We'll see what it looks like. Maybe there'll be instructions. Maybe there won't be. Maybe we'll find a way to put them together. Maybe we won't. Gonna be a bit of an adventure, and we'll see how it goes. Looks like we've got a bunch of those pieces, and looks like we got some of these pieces. We've got a bunch of these pieces, a bunch more of those pieces, same thing. Then we got another rubber band of these pieces as well. And then it looks like we've got a bunch of stuff. I have not found instructions yet. This could get interesting. Ah, there we go. It says it holds 10, but this is only... Now I got to look at the pictures. Oh, I see. No, I don't see. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is the top and the bottom. And the middle. Okay, top, bottom, middle. Here we go. We got instructions. Should we follow the instructions, or should we just kind of like wing it? So it says glue dash 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 dash. Oh, good. It's IKEA directions. We can follow the directions one thing at a time. I don't know. This makes me a little nervous to do on camera, but I don't really have anything else to talk about. So I guess we got to kind of just like go for it, right? I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Yeah. Isn't that, Derek, isn't that like the funniest thing? It really is. It really is pretty and funny. No, I can tell already. I can tell already they are much better than Walther's instructions, because Walther's instructions would just give you an exploded view. This actually gives you steps. So keep the... Oh, God, I know. Yeah, it's interesting you say that. I don't disagree with you about that. I do think that that is an element of this type of thing that's kind of, I don't know. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, sort of. All right, so that's probably the bottom. That's probably the middle. And that's probably the top. Okay. So we got that so far. And it looks like this goes first. Then this goes next. So it looks like these go here. I'm gonna do what they call a dry fit, slap some veneer on it. Will the Kato Big Boy fit in the space? How big is the Kato Big Boy? I do not have one, so I can't throw one in there. But what I can do is I can get out one of these things, and I can tell you that it is 7 1/8. So when you take out the distance or whatever, it's probably like 6 7/8, maybe. 6 7/8 to the inside of the drawer, assuming both ends are an 1/8 inch thick. Are the pieces marked? No. I am actually pretty good with the IKEA furniture. Don't discount me out when it comes to some IKEA furniture. I have known to put a few pieces together. That's interesting. Ah, that does go to the back. Look at that. They actually have it slotted in a way that idiots like me can't put things in the wrong orientation. Now, in my defense, the bookshelf was not from IKEA. So, Kato Big Boy in end scale is 9.8 inches. So, I think, yeah, B&H is open. Don't forget. I don't trust the tensile strength of MDF for holding valuable items. That's probably a good point. Exactly, Ed, does he think we were born yesterday? I know you were born yesterday. No. All right, so you know what I'm going to do to try and keep things straight? I'm going to glue this first and glue this on, and then once it's kind of like dried-ish, I'll pull the bottom off and square it up. Is that end scale? 13 inches? That's a really long Big Boy. I'm going to use some Gorilla Wood Glue. Why am I using Gorilla Wood Glue? This happens to be the only thing I have. Yes, I guess, look at that end scale. Time to get the kiddo to bed. See you later, Joey. Thank you for the 2-bay hopper that matches the other hopper from the other railroad in the freelance consortium. And of course, Paul's, yeah. You don't know when I was born, you forgot my birthday. Weren't you like here on your birthday or something like that? Those look like great dividers, but it has to go to plastic bin because of unexpected water. Yeah. Water can definitely be a thing. All right, so what I want to do is go zoom, zoom, zoom. Don't want to put too much glue on this, right? I tend to overdo the glue. These are the kind of things too, you really don't need much glue. Even just the dry fit held it together really well. You do want to make sure your seams are tight though. I do think tight seams are important, but I'm going to try and go with, not excessive amounts of glue. Probably should have spread the glue out before I go and put this top on, but why start doing things correctly now? So these guys here, we'll do a similar glue tactic that we did on the others. Adam says there's water in the layout room again. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, these, they show in the pictures the a steam locomotive, a UK steam locomotive. So I guess it is designed to fit some of them, but I mean the whatchamacallit's a big one. The what's that thing called again? The big boy. The big boy is a big guy. So, yep. So this is coming out a tiny bit. I can't even get it with my nails. That's how little it was coming out. But all right, we're getting in there now. We're gonna get this top put on. This is going better than I thought. 4884. My Challenger won't fit in. Yeah, I know. What's the setup time on Gorilla Glue? I don't know. It's a high quality product. Directions: 20 to 30 minutes. Clamp for 20 to 30 minutes. Allow bond to dry for 24 hours. So I don't know that that's all the working time, or I don't really know how all that works. I'm going to use the old blue tape trick just because why not? I think the blue tape trick has worked pretty well for me so far. So might as well keep going with it. We'll have to remember at some point that that's upside down. Yeah, there we go. Blue tape it. Exactly. New mic flag ordered. So exciting. Are you on the B&H website right this minute buying things? Is that what's happening over there, Ray? Did you go all the way to Texas to spend money in New York? Because that sounds silly even for you. Let's make sure I put this on the right way. So there's definitely a front and a back, because the back has tabs for a back. So I guess that there's that. So we now got these pieces. We've got this short piece and these longer ones. So this short piece is probably for the end. Yeah, on Discord, Adam has actually been posting some items that he's been making himself for some of his stuff. Doing his own laser cutting stuff. As we talked about earlier, Mr. Adam does have his own laser cutting machine. We're going to stand this up. I don't know how well this is. Oh, and of course the glue didn't stay very well because it doesn't stay yet. So we're going to stand this up so that I can attempt to stick this on here. We're going to try and do this quickly-ish so that I can get some tape on this, because I do want to get tape on it to try and keep it square and keep it all together. I've got tape sitting over somewhere right next to me. It was sitting right, I don't know where it went. We'll find the tape in a second. I know it's there. Okay. So now we got it going together. Got things happening. All right, so I'm going to tape this end. Trying to get some, I don't know why that doesn't have a thing there, but it doesn't have a thing there. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to find the tape, which is right here. What is nice about these things is all you need is some blue tape to put them together. I put an order in just with B&H to start it. That's too funny. Adam will make one to fit the big boy. Yeah, he will. I don't know that he'll sell it to you, but he'll probably do it. All right, so tape. Just gotta keep it tight. Gotta keep it together for. Looks like it said like 24 hours, just to, I guess, kind of make sure it's come together well. Now we'll put the sides on. Now that we got that tape. Do you guys like that I actually put something down on top of the tracks, so I wasn't just doing this right on the tracks? It's almost as if I've learned from previous mistakes. Yeah, what I thought was neat that you were doing, Adam, is you were like building it for a specific passenger train, which means that you would basically be able to, you know, fit the entire passenger train in the one box, which I thought was a good tactic. You know, keep the whole passenger train together. Using light dabs. Now, what I should be doing, and you'll notice I'm not, I probably should have just taken and like put the glue in some other vessel, and then I could have used like a toothpick or something to like just sort of pick out some of the glue and spread it out on the edges. But you know, I like living on the edge, so I figured you know, we were just gonna kind of jump in and just do it. I do like. I mean, it's kind of interesting to me that, you know, this is an N scale box, and it's tiny. I mean, it's, you know, and if it's gonna hold 10 locomotives, I could get 2 of these to hold 20 locomotives. Did I just say that? I mean, that was kind of goofy. Yes, if the glue squeezed out, it would interfere. Probably, maybe. I am keeping the amount of glue very, very minimal, so I don't have to deal with it. If I do have to deal with it, I do have a file. And if it does get jammed up a little bit, I will just take that file and just run it in the corners a couple times, just to help clear it out. I did, when I was doing the top, middle, and bottom, I did get in there with my nail and do a little scratch of it. Yep, I made the original storage transport for shows from banker boxes. There you go. Yeah, so basically it sounds like you're making, you know, inserts for a standard size box, which honestly, that's kind of the smart way to do it, right? I mean, you don't need to reinvent the box. You only need to build the inserts. All right, so that's one side. You know, I do see a little bit. Let's grab, I got a little piece of rail here. I am just gonna shove that down these holes a little bit, just to take a little bit of the glue that is in there off. I'm realizing too that I should probably tape the front here, at least along where the centerpieces are, just to kind of keep those tight as well. I don't really have anything holding that. And then we'll get this last side on. Then after this last side, all we've got left are all the drawers. Run one of the drawer bottoms in. Oh, that's a good idea. See, Adam, that's why we keep you around. It's all those good ideas you got. I'm just kidding. Of course, now that I put the glue on the front, makes it a little harder to get this in there. But yeah, it just actually it actually was pretty good. I don't really have much squeeze out. For a change, I don't, I'm not for a change, I'm not going crazy like I usually am. So that's, I guess, a good thing, right? This does have little feet that are kind of neat. These little cutouts here end up being feet, so that this doesn't actually just sit flat on the table. I guess that's good if you have a table that's not completely flat, because we all know that Dennis, with his humidity, sometimes his track pops off, so he probably doesn't have a flat surface. Would it be a good idea to insert a thin piece of foam in the box? Probably. I'll see once that doesn't work. That doesn't work. There you go. Once I get them kind of to size and figure out what I want to stick in them, I do have some pieces of pre-cut foam from some of the other boxes that I have, some of the cardboard ones. What's nice about this box, and what this box is likely going to be long term, is this box is likely to be for the car float, right? So the car float has up to 14 cars per float. So I think that this box will likely actually be the car float box once we kind of get it all put it. Oh, it will interlock. That's why this little nookie here and this little nookie here, and they have little nookies on the back too, are so that the feet will interlock. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Great question. And that's what that is for. A little nookie is always good. Steve, what's bad tonight? What's going on? Are you having YouTube issues over there in the Pacific Northwest? I know a lot of people were having network issues at one point, or I don't know about network issues, but we're having YouTube issues, but they seem to get it back up pretty quickly. Yeah, head over to the Discord. Feel free to join. There's some interesting conversations on there. So this is the box. I'll leave this taped up. I didn't realize what time it is, but it looks like we are not going to get to the drawers today. I will probably do the drawers sometime over the week, and hopefully by the time we all come back, the drawers will be able to, slide in and out. Don't forget, next week we're going to be on at 8 o'clock. It's an hour earlier than when I'm currently on. So yeah, I get it. There'll probably be 10 people on the stream, because everybody, including myself, will probably forget that we're on an hour earlier. I'll try to remind people. I'll try and post on Facebook and on YouTube and whatnot, but I get it. Stuff happens. Adjustments need to happen. Change needs to happen. It's just kind of the way things go. So, from the city that never sleeps, farewell, model citizens.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.